What is up, Facebook? All right. So I don't waste no time. I'm getting right into it. I know people, will probably hop on in the middle of my talk while it's live, but the majority of you will probably catch this on the replay. And I'm just, I'm excited to share this message. I think this is important for us all to take into consideration as we live our life, regardless of what endeavor we choose to go on, whatever journey, we pursue. Finding your purpose and knowing your purpose is ultimately going to fulfill you, but also give you the energy and the motivation to go out and to make it happen. It becomes natural at that point. You don't have to force it. You don't have to look for external influences to inspire you, to motivate you. You're motivated from within. And not only are you motivated, but you'll create daily disciplines and habits around it because it's intrinsically important to you. And that's why everyone always talks about the why and leading with why and keeping your reasons in front of you, because the reasons will always come before the results. And that, success is 95% spiritual and 5% physical. And the spiritual side of success is your desire, the things that come from within. It's your why, it's your reasons, it's what fulfills you, what you dream about, what you think about. And it's it's just really special when you can find your purpose. um and what I said in the caption was not only what drives you and fulfills you, but what leads to the lifestyle that you're looking for. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you may be passionate about something, but if it can't provide the lifestyle that you're looking for, then ultimately you're not going to be fully fulfilled. Because you have dreams inside of your heart, and God put those dreams inside of your heart, so you're capable of becoming the person who can achieve those goals. And I don't believe God is a God who puts all these nice things on this earth to be like, hey, that's just for those people, that's not for you. I don't believe that. I believe God wants us to live an abundant life. And and life is just, it's an experience. Life is just an experience. You are a human being. You're God's highest form of creation. You could have been a freaking grasshopper. You could have been, you could have been anything, but you're a human being. You're capable of anything and everything that you set out to achieve. And I believe that if you can find, now I understand we go through life, you know, we go to school, we're taught, to fall into the system, we choose a profession, we choose a job, and sometimes we feel stuck in that job because, hey, you got to pay the bills, you have commitments now, you have obligations, you have, you have debt you got to pay, and you get stuck into this lifestyle, you get stuck into this almost this trap. um and and you'll feel like there's no way out. And I've been there. I've been in the $40,000 a year job, working 12 hours a day. You got bills, you got a house note and car notes, you got to put food on the table, and it's tough. It's tough to see outside of that box or to dream, because your income, your dreams have come down to meet where your income is. You feel like being quote unquote successful or having the lifestyle of your dreams would only be possible for if you were you know like, this is how I thought, and I may not think the same as everyone, but I was thinking, there's no way I'm not going to be a movie star or a professional athlete or a singer or uh, a doctor or an attorney, or you think about all these professions that someone could be, mega successful or really have the lifestyle that you would dream about, a dream lifestyle. But I will tell you, the majority of them aren't those things. They're entrepreneurs who found a niche, found an opportunity, and just went after it, and grew as a person. Success is not something that we pursue. It's something that we attract by who we become. Jim Rohn says, become a millionaire not for the money, but for who you'll become in the process of achieving it. So when you can find something that fulfills you, something that's rewarding, something that makes you just want to go after it naturally, but it also can provide for you the lifestyle you're looking for, that's it. And sometimes those things don't, it doesn't have to be your full-time profession. Jim Rohn says, go to work and be excited to work on making your living so that you can come home and start working on making your fortune. You can work full-time on your living and part-time on your fortune until the day comes that you could maybe work full-time on your fortune. And that's exciting. We have so many hours, so many unaccounted hours that we have to pursue our dreams, to pursue other things. And I know you work, if you work, get up at 5 o'clock, you work, 3 or 4, 5 o'clock comes around, you get off work, you're ready to kick your feet up, have a drink, turn on American Idol, whatever, hang out with the kids, cut the grass. I know there's just things that you got to do. Life, you have a life. You have your work, and then you have your life, and then you have your family. But you're not tired. You're just uninspired. You just don't have that thing yet that just pulls you, that purpose to where it's like, and your job may be your purpose. And if that's the case, I'm not speaking necessarily directly to you, because success, Earl Nightingale says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Meaning, if you work at the plants, an operator at the plants, and that's what you want to do, and that's how you want to spend your time, and that fulfills you, and that's where you want to be, you're successful. If you're a teacher, and that's what drives you, that's what fulfills you, and that's the lifestyle that you want, you're successful. It's success. Success is spending your time exactly how you want to spend it, with who you want to spend it with, where you want to spend your time, and for however long you want to spend it doing that thing, without being under the control of anyone else. At least that's my definition of success, is just doing what you want with your life, not feeling like someone else has control over you, or you're doing things because you feel obligated to do them, or because you have to do them, but yet you know you get to do these things. And you can always change your perspective, whether it's a job or whether it's doing things. I get to do these things. I could not have a job, or I could be struggling. And I'm not saying that having a job's bad or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, regardless of what your life looks like, sometimes you have to take a step back, and you got to say, hey, you know if I could just create my ideal lifestyle, if I had a blank canvas, what would my ideal lifestyle look like to me? And why doesn't it look like this right now? And how can I, you know, bridge the gap from where I'm at now to exactly where I want to be? Are there people living the exact lifestyle that I'm looking for? Who are these people? And would they show me how to get there? How many people are you serving? How much of a difference are you making in the world, in other people's lives? Is it a positive impact? Are you serving? The Bible says service to many leads to greatness. How many people are you able to reach? How many people are you able to serve? Um, and and not everyone may feel called to serve. Not everyone may feel called to inspire others or build a dream lifestyle or go after these. Some people aren't wired like me. Like, I think about it every day. Like, how can I achieve more? How can I grow more? How can I impact more? You know, I'm getting older now, and it's like I feel like I'm about halfway through my life. Unless things change. People only live so long. And there's only one life I'm going to live as Justin Weeks, in this body, in this world, on this planet, surrounded with these people and these friends, and the opportunities that we have. But man, if you really think about it, how lucky are we to just be humans in this free country, and with all this opportunity in front of us, economic opportunity, freedom, and man, we're just blessed. We're blessed. So why settle? Why go through your whole life and just settle and be like, well, I'm just going to live my life for other people's approval, or this is what my parents wanted me to do, or this is what they did, so I guess I should do the exact same thing. That's not true. It's like you are your own person. There's no one else like you. God made you with a very unique, you know, body. I mean, we don't even have the same thumbprint as anyone else, but also a unique mind. Of course, we have our genetic dispositions. We have, traits that we have passed down to us from our relatives. But you have ancestors and great grandparents and grandparents and your parents, whether they're in your life or not in your life, there's a lot of people that led to you, you know, that have died in wars, and I mean that have struggled in life and worked to survive so that you can exist right now. And this is your life. This is this one life that you have. And one day you're going to get old and it's going to be over, and you're going to look back and you're going to think about this life. You're going to be like, man, like I could have done more. I could have achieved more. I could have impacted more people. I could have spent more time with people that I cared about. I could have taken more risks. I could have experienced more life. I could have seen more places and done more things. And I don't want that for anybody. And that's why I push the whole live free philosophy. That's why I push, living an autonomous lifestyle, because unless you're doing that for the majority of your life, you're going to miss out on things because you're going to be trapped doing things you don't want to do. And that's time. That's time that could be spent on other things. Time is the most precious commodity that we have. It's the most valuable thing that we have because you can't get it back. It's a non-renewable resource. You can always get more money. You can get more stuff. Stuff's just stuff. You can get another house. You can get another car. You can get a nicer car, a nicer house. You can, you know, but guess what you can't do? You can't go back and watch your kid's baseball game that you missed because you're at work. You can't go back and see those first steps of your child if you had to watch them on FaceTime because you were busy doing something for some other human being because they were paying you to do it so you could pay your light bill or what? I mean, no. You could figure out a way to get out. I've been out for almost a decade now. A decade. And no, I'm not saying it was easy. It wasn't simple, but it's possible. And if it's possible for you. So find your purpose. Find something that gets you going. What's up, Becky? Thank you so much. You can't go back. Exactly. Time is so precious. I don't care if you're a multi-billionaire with a B. You're laying there on your deathbed in poor health. You can't buy more time. You can't say, all right, here's 100 million, send me back 20 years. I'm doing this whole thing over again. I mean, at least at this point, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can have all the money you want, but time, once it's gone, that's it. Time is more valuable than money. Time is way more valuable than money. Yet so many people just waste it. They waste it doing things they don't want to do for people who they don't even like because they feel obligated, because they're stuck. They get in that car at 6 o'clock in the morning, they turn it on, they get their coffee to give them some caffeine, to release some endorphins, just to stay sane, because they know they're going to a place they don't want to be, to warm a chair they don't want to be in for hours and hours upon end. For what? For what? Because that's what you think you're supposed to do? And I'm not down on jobs. I'm just up on opportunity. I'm just telling you, there are infinite ways to live a lifestyle better than where you're at now, myself included. But you got to find it. You got to look. You got to observe the masses and do the opposite. Because Earl Nightingale says in The Strangest Secret, he says the opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity. It's doing what everyone else is doing just because they're doing it. And that's what we tend to do. We tend to follow. We tend to, we're all influenced, whether we like it or not. We're empty vessels. We're influenced by other people. And we kind of fall into the societal trap of like, hey, this is what we're supposed to do. You go to school, you get good grades, you get a job, you work at that job for however long, retire at 65 years old, take one trip to Europe with your spouse, come home, watch TV for 10 years and die. I mean, that's what a lot of people do, but that doesn't mean that's the only option you have. You have the option to do this. Hey, I'm going to go work at my job for 8 hours. I still have 16 hours left. I may sleep for some of those. I'm going to eat for some of those, but then I have hours that I can pursue things that inspire me, pursue things that make a difference in the world, pursue things that have the potential to grow and expand, and something for me. In corporate America, job security, it's a myth. It's a myth. I talk to people every day in the entrepreneurial world. I was at this job for this many years. They brought me in and said, hey, sorry, we don't need your position anymore. We're having to let you go. AI is taking jobs. Technology is taking jobs. And they don't even know it. I went to the bank a while back. I went to the bank teller and said, hey, I need to deposit this money. Oh, there's an ATM machine right over there. Inside the bank, you can do all your deposits through there. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'll go do that. You're teaching me how to replace you with a machine, but that's fine. I mean, there used to be operators, phone operators. There used to be people in elevators that would press the button for you. There used to be cashiers at Walmart, but now you self-check out. I mean, there used to be jobs and jobs and jobs that just are being eliminated. But you can't replace passion and authenticity. You can't replace, there's just so much the human element provides that is needed. And there's something out there for you in the entrepreneurial world. If I'm talking to someone who's attracted to this idea, there's something that you can find that would drive you. A business you could start. I saw Colin was on here just a second ago. I mean, the dude started a business, something, and he built it from nothing to something incredible. So many people have done so many things that they were just inspired to do that made a magnificent difference in their life, and they'll inspire generations and generations in their family to go out and chase their own dreams. So that's really what I want to encourage you guys to do, is find something that drives you, that motivates you, that inspires you to just live life to the fullest and to make a positive difference in other people's lives. I chose, so if for you that don't know, I used to be a state police officer. I was in the military. A buddy that I served in Iraq with introduced me to network marketing, which is a form of entrepreneurship that has a low barrier to entry. You market products, build a team if you choose to. But there are people in this profession that were living the lifestyle that I wanted. I met people who were earning multiple six figures, not just a year, multiple six figures a month. And it's not about just chasing money or being money driven or money hungry. It's like, how many people could you help? If knowing that level of success is possible within a specific endeavor, and these people will be willing to show you what they've done, show you how they've done it. You're the variable. It's your why that's going to drive you. It's your influence that you have to build. It's your work ethic that's going to determine on what you accomplish. But the fact that there's people doing it shows you that it's possible. Shows you that that not only is it possible to survive, it's possible to thrive within this profession. That got me so fired up that my dreamer just opened up. I started taking pictures of things that I wanted to accomplish, places I wanted to go, and not only did they become possible, they happened. I started traveling the world. I started being able to, buy the vehicle that I wanted to buy. I remember in 2016, I went into Billy Navarre, and I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was bringing our Escalade in to get looked at or start to change the oil or something. I was just in there in Billy Navarre. This was in 2016. I had just bought a brand new Escalade. And then I'm sitting in there waiting, and there was this black Cadillac CTS-V on the showroom floor. It had top speed, 200 miles an hour. It had supercharged LT4, which was the same engine that a Z06 Corvette had, but it was a Cadillac, four-door. I mean, it was so fine. I was sitting there, and I was like, how much is that car? And I said, how quick could you write it up? The dealer said, we can get you out of here in 2 hours or an hour with that thing. I was like, fuck it, let's go. Excuse my language, but I was like, let's buy it. Let's make it happen. And I did, and I bought it, and I had that car, and I could have never even dreamed of driving a car like that before. I got it up. I shouldn't even say this. I got it up to like 158, 160 one time. And it was just like I was just gliding. I won't say where. I don't want to, incriminate myself here. Plus, it was years and years ago. But I felt the speed of almost like a supercar. And I bought this thing, and I was just, man, I love fast cars. But it was just an experience that I got to have because of where I positioned myself in life at that point. And I just want more experiences. But not only do I want more experiences in life, I want people that I directly or indirectly impacted to have dreams like that and to be able to go after them while also making a difference in other people's life and living the life that they want and writing down goals, writing down dreams, thinking of things that they want to achieve, places they want to go, things they want to have, time they want to spend with people that they care about, and actually being able to go make these things happen. That's my dream. That's my purpose. Not only is it my purpose, it's my definite purpose. Not only is it my obsession, it's my magnificent obsession to go after these things. And when you have a purpose that strong, that drives you that much, when you come across adversity, when you come across obstacles and struggles and things that inevitably will happen in your life, the stronger your purpose, the stronger the pull through those things. Because you have this vision of who you are, these standards that you have to live up to, this life that you want to live, that you're not going to let be stopped by someone or something, a divorce or a mistake or a business that may not be doing well, that you can transition, you can adjust, you can pivot, you can continue to grow, impact more people. That's right. That's right, Lee. Struggling, but never giving up. Because giving up means you're giving up on that dream. Giving up means you're quitting. And then what happens after that? What, you just live the rest, you just ride it out? Say, well, screw it. I'm just going to ride this life out. This one life I have, I'm just going to ride it out and just go to sleep. Where's my pillow? Where's my pillow? No more dreams. I'm just going to sleep. No, if you want something, you will not sleep until you have it. You can't lay your head on a pillow and be comfortable because your dream's out there and you're here and you're just what? Stopping? No, find a new way. If your way's not working, either grow and become the person and figure it out or find a new way. Find a new path. Pivot, adjust, continue to grow, work on yourself. Find someone who's living the lifestyle you want to live. Take their advice. So many of you have heard me say this time and time again, but I'm going to say it right now because it matters. And I can't say it enough because people need to hear this. We all have advisors in life, but we have mentors. We can find mentors. Mentors are people who have the results we're looking for. Advisors can come in the form of a lot of people. They can come in the form of your spouse, coworker, best friend, people you grew up with, your buddies, a parent, a coach, a teacher, a professor, anybody. They all want to tell you what you're doing in life, why it's going to work or why it won't work. They want to give you their advice, right? But unless they're living the exact lifestyle that you want to live, unless they're driving the car you want to drive, living in the house you want to live in, have the time and the lifestyle that you want, the autonomy to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, with who they want to do it with, for however long they want to do it for, without having to ask anyone's permission to do so, without having to ask some other human being for permission to live the life that they want to live the way they want to live it. Unless they have all of that, you better not take their advice. If you're willing to accept their opinion, you better be willing to accept their lifestyle too, because that's what you're buying into. You're buying into their lifestyle by accepting their advice. When I got into the profession I'm in, I had so many people. Those things don't work. Isn't that one of those things? Or is that one of those triangle things where you got to get people? All these things that were so discouraging to hear. People trying to bust my bubble. Oh, that'll never work. When I left the state police, oh, you'll be back. Those things don't last. But I said, no, I know people, man. I've seen people that have succeeded in this profession. I know people that have the lifestyle that I'm looking for. I've seen them with my own eyes. I've talked to these people. I remember going to a big event, my first big convention. It was in Kansas City, 2013. I went to the bathroom and I see one of the speakers from stage, Larry McDonald, rest his soul. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about, some of you. I see him in the restroom and I'm like, he's washing his hands. I'm like, how you doing, Mr. Larry? He's like, hey, buddy. And I'm like, these people, they're just real, they're people, they're regular people, they're real people. But they are living the lifestyle that I wanted to live. And I was like, if they can do it, it's possible. And if it's possible for me. So once I understood that it's possible, I was like, I just have to become the person who can do it. Got into personal development, started reading the books that they suggested, started listening to the audios that they suggested, showed up at everything, learned, grew, worked hard. It wasn't easy. I found it to be simple because I just listened and applied the things that I was told. But it wasn't easy. I went through a lot, grew up. I grew up in this world. I started when I was 30. I'm 41 now. I've been in the entrepreneur space. I've been job free for almost a decade. And it's been a constant, you know, battle of growth for myself. God puts us through struggles. We won't learn. You don't learn without pain. I've grown more in the last 5 years than I grew my entire adult life, you know, because, you meet people who are true leaders. And when you meet a leader, you can't help but be inspired. They teach you what it's like to be someone who can actually make a difference in other people's life, not because of a position that they hold, but because of who they are, the way they live, the way they lead, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves. It's so inspiring. It's like, man, you know. And then when you see that, it's like that's the standards I want to have for myself. And so it becomes a growing process, and you can't settle. If you're going through something, it's for a reason. You've got to grow through it. Don't just go through it, grow through it. Why is this struggle happening to me? Why is life happening to me, but why is this happening for me? What's the lesson in this? And when you go through that and you come out the other side, you're stronger. You're stronger because of it. And then when someone you know goes through this, you have the experience to help them, to carry them through, because you've also been through it. And that's ultimately what you should strive for every day, is to be a little bit stronger than you were yesterday. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Life is your journey. It's one lap around the track for you, and then it's game over. Everybody's journey is very unique. As I was saying earlier, we're all unique individuals with our own unique journey in life. And it should not be dictated by anyone other than you and what it is you want out of this natural life. But if you strive to be a little bit stronger tomorrow than you were today, a little bit stronger today than you were yesterday, whether that's spiritually stronger, physically stronger, intellectually stronger, emotionally stronger, just a little bit stronger, and you do that again tomorrow, you create habits that make you a little bit better. Jim Rohn says, don't wish it was easy or wish you were better. It's not that it's too expensive, it's you can't afford it. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. You know, don't wish for less adversity, just learn how to fight. Learn how to fight through it. Become more. And when you can find your purpose and grow into the person who can achieve what it is, that purpose that you have in your heart sets you out to achieve. That's life. That's what makes you fulfilled. That's what's going to be so rewarding and just make you. There's a difference in being happy and fulfilled. Happiness is for children. There's no reason to be to try to be happy. You want to be fulfilled. You want to fulfill your purpose. Happiness is so shallow. That just will get you chasing these cheap, simple pleasures. Don't worry about being happy. you think you know happy now. You don't know happy until you've been fulfilled, till you've achieved things you never thought were possible, till you've seen a difference in someone's life that you personally made. That's joy. It's deeper. It's a deeper fulfillment. It's a deeper level of happiness when you feel fulfilled. I know so many leaders. Some of y'all may have seen me post about uh, my last company and getting a reunion together and bringing these leaders together and people together. And, you know, I, I just, it was such a major part of my life. And there's so many leaders that I know that were in that company that have just inspired me and so many others, thousands and thousands of people. And I see them off doing all these different things, which is great. I want to see them win. And I don't care what you choose to do in business, but don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Get around people who are still chasing those dreams. Get around people who are still going for it, because it was you that caused them to be the person to go for it. And it may never happen, which is unfortunate, because so much was so, man, those 10 years. I was there 8 years, and the company was in business for 24 years, 25 years. But there was so much good. The good in that experience outweighed the bad. And we've all grown up since then. Are all doing different things, but the core, our core, I believe, was love. We all had love for one another. We may have lost a little bit of that when people, did different things in life. Life happened to people, whether it was their marriage, whether it was their job, whether it was moving on, changing companies, different things. But at the end of the day, everybody in that company, it was something special about the community. It was something special about the leadership. And that's why it lasted as long as it did. It's because of the people. It was just some special, amazing people in that company. And I just think it would be so cool to all get together and just, hang out just for a day, share stories, have the different leaders get up and just share where they're at in life. Not prospect, not try to sell people on what they're doing now. Leave all that at the door. Just love each other and just be happy for one another and reconnect and just see how they're doing in life. Just like a high school reunion. And it may be a dumb idea. I don't know. I had a handful of people comment. Some people liked it. I was hoping for more of a better response from more leaders, but maybe I knew it was a long shot, and I knew I'd probably look, silly for putting it out there. But I mean, if I cared what people thought about me, I'd never be where I'm at in life today. Honestly, I don't care. And nor should you. Nor should you ever care what anybody thinks about you. Because people that go through life worrying about what everyone thinks about them, when they pass away, nobody remembers them anyway. They never did anything worth remembering, because they were so worried about what everyone else thought about them. I'm not that person. I'm never going to be that person. You can hate me, you can love me, it doesn't matter. I know who I am. I know every mistake I've made in my life. I've owned up to every single one of them. I'm not afraid to say I've made lots of mistakes. I've grown a lot in the last 5 years. I've grown a lot in the last 10 years. I've grown a lot in the last 6 months. But I love people. I love to have fun. Sometimes I've loved to have too much fun. It's gotten me in trouble sometimes in my life. But hey, I just want to experience life to the fullest. I want to experience everything I can, and have a good time, and look back on my life with no regret. Just knowing I went after it. I may have made mistakes, but I went after it. And that's what I just want for everybody. That's what I want everybody to do, is just live free and have fun and just go for it. Just don't settle. That's my last thing I'm going to say. Just don't settle for it. Don't look around at your life and just be like, this is it. I'm just going to settle for this. This is all I'm capable of. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You got to just keep striving for more. And if you can't figure out what it is you want, then you need to stop, turn off all the distractions, get off TikTok, get off Netflix, get off everything, and just sit in peace and say, hey, what's going to fulfill me? What do I want? Some people don't even know what they want because they don't believe anything's possible because their dreams have been beaten out of them by life. Quit bringing your life and your dreams and everything down to meet your income where your income's at right now. Money is just energy. Money is just a transfer of value. Money is not what you think it is. Like money's just numbers in a computer. It's not even, it's not, they just print it out of thin air. There's plenty for everybody if you want. Money is just a tool. Don't worry about the money part right now. That will come. Worry about who you need to become to chase those dreams, the value that you can add to others, because it's always going to reciprocate. You're always going to be paid in direct proportion to the value that you're adding to the world, the value that you're adding to the marketplace. So if you want to earn more, become more. And when you have a purpose that you have in front of you and a vision and clarity of who you want to be and what you want to achieve and the purpose you have for yourself and the standards that you set and the self-image that you have, you will then begin to grow into who you need to be to fulfill all of that. And as you grow, you're going to inspire other people around you to do the same thing. As you start serving and impacting other people and living your best life, you're going to inspire other people to do the same thing. And as you become more, you're going to grow through things. You're going to run into things that, are going to be tough and they're going to knock you down. But you got to keep going because that's where the growth, that's where the lessons are. That's by design. That's intentional. God's going to put you through some shit so you can become who you need to be. But what most people do is when they're going through it, they're like, this must just not be for me. Oh, this is too tough. I can't handle this. The stress. I'm just going to go listen to my boss and do what they tell me to do and just live this life forever because, hey, at least I can pay the bills. I'm going to warm this little chair for 10 hours a day and do my work because at least I can pay the bills. Nah, fuck that. Excuse my language again. That is absolutely not the way you should live your life. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to grow through, you're going to go through that life and you're going to sit there living the same life. 10 years are going to pass. 15 years are going to pass. The gray hairs are going to start coming out. I thought my hair was going to come out gray when I drew it out here last few months ago. I didn't know because we're getting older. And then, your kids start growing up. And you're like, I wish you could be there. I'm at work. Or, hey, I'd like to take my kids on a vacation this year. Can I have off this week? Oh, sorry, somebody's already taken off that week. Well, can I have off this week, please, sir? Maybe. Can I have this day? And you start living your life and then just under this control of everyone and you go through and then you wake up and you're like, it's over. The whole thing's done. Done. Game over. Now I'm old. Can't do anything. I can, Paula, you're so capable too. Golly. You have such good content. I follow you. I follow you on TikTok. I follow you. I see your question. Get with me. You're so capable of yes, you got to pay the bills. I know. Work full time on your living, part time on your fortune. Go to work excited to pay the bills, to do your job, to come home and start working on your fortune. We all have time to do it. We just got to go make it happen. Exactly. Exactly. That I hope that's the last birthday you miss for those twins. Everybody can do it. If you're watching this live, thank you so much for staying in with me and let me know if you watched it live. Let me know. I appreciate it. I know I've been trying to follow the comments. Hey Bailey, I see you. If you're catching this on the replay, let me know. If you're open to that reunion I talked about, go comment on my last post or let me know here or share this. We got to spread the word and we got to get more people going after the life they want before it's too late. before it is too late, because one day it's going to be too late. You know, you're not too old to start chasing your dream. People spend that whole first half of their life thinking they're too young, the second half of their life thinking they're too old. The only time that exists is right now. That's the only time that's ever existed, is right now. People are depressed because they think about the past. They're anxious because they're thinking about the future, when both are an illusion. Neither exist, except maybe in your mind. The memories of the past may exist in your mind. That's the only place they exist. The only thing that actually exists is this very moment right now. Right now is the first day of the rest of your entire life. You just got to go after it. You got to make a decision. Say, hey, I'm making a decision right now. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'm going after it. I'm going to find somebody who's living the life that I want to live. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, go back and check it all out and get with me. Let's connect. Let's connect. But find your purpose. Find what makes you feel like I feel right now. If you can feel my passion coming through my voice, it's because I care. I care about other people, not wasting their life. I care about my own family and them getting to experience everything that they want to experience because of the positioning myself and with the ability to not only provide for them to be able to do those things, but to be present in the process, to be there. To be there. Your kids don't care how much money you make. They spell love Time. They want you there. So I hope I got through to somebody today. We're doing a 14-day video challenge. This is day one. I need to put myself out here more because I love this. This fulfills me. I don't care how many people see it. I hope more people see it. If you have it in the heart to share so more people can get this message, share away. But all I care about is leaving some sort of impact on this earth. Put yourself out, do videos like this, because guess what? One day your kids could go back and watch these videos. Once you're gone, then go back and say, hey, look, this was my dad doing, inspiring other people. This was my mom, adding value to the world. What you do for you dies when you do. But what you do for other people, it lives on forever. And there's nothing more fulfilling than making a difference in someone else's life. Trust me. So with that, you guys have a great night. God bless. Get inspired. You're not too tired. You're just uninspired. Figure out your purpose. Figure out what you want out of this natural life and fucking go after it. Go after it with everything you got and don't stop until you get there. Much love. Take care, everybody.